Welcome back to another segment of PlayStyle, where I pretty much kind of basically talk about my profile and how I play Halo Infinite for this segment, at least. For those of you who don't know, I use a mouth controller called the Quadstick, and it's how I play video games, right? It has one joystick, it has three holes, one in the left, one in the center, and one on the right. And depending how I sip and puff these holes triggers certain actions in the game. Like on an Xbox controller, I sip, I could make it reload or shoot the gun or aim down sight, whatever, what have you. But anyway, this is how I structured my button mapping. So let's get into it real quick. Kind of want to talk about this all day. This is my playstyle. First mode on the bottom is always my menu. This is how I control the left analog stick and pretty much the menu, right? When you push start, when you go to settings, etc., etc. And the buttons don't really matter. I kind of already wrote them in. I'll talk about them soon, but they're pretty generic. Buttons you can put anywhere, so it doesn't really matter. The most important part is the joystick for the settings. Now for the real gameplay. This is where all the action happens. This is where I throw grenades here and there. I hook shock. I grapple. I blast them in the face. So let's get right into it. It is time. It is time. This is just for explanation perfect. What am I saying? Purposes? Here we go. This is for explanation purposes. We're here. Why are you following me? Anyway. And let's just get this over with. So, as you all know, I always like the game with the camera. Full camera means full control. Or at least most of it. So that's pretty straightforward. The joystick pretty much moves the camera. Now, for walking. So, I'm able to cram everything I want into my profile. I dedicated 4 combinations to be the movement for Master Chief. So, let's start with all the buttons. So to walk forward is center puff. To walk left is left sip. To walk right is left puff. And to walk back is left center sip. That being said, you need to make sure when you're controlling the character that you put force offs to cancel each other out. So in this case, to walk forward is center puff. So I have to make sure when I do center puff, it cancels every other direction if it were to be on. So it walks forever. That's nice.
Chief's got point.
Hey there, Chief.
Now, we're back in the beginning. To walk backwards, it's left center sip. And again, me clicking left center sip makes sure to turn off every other combination. This just walks backwards. And it walks backwards forever. And that's how I maintain movement. Same thing with left. Left sip is to walk left. And it stays like that forever until I decide to change directions. And finally, to move to the right, left puff. And I put it on delay latch. So it stays on forever no matter how many times I click on it. Alright, now that we have all 4 controls established, this is how the movement works. I walk forward, boom. I want to walk backwards, boom. I walk left, boom. And then right, boom. And as you notice, it all cancels each other. It instantly realizes I'm doing something, and because of the force offs, they make sure they don't conflict. They don't bump heads. Everybody knows what their job is, and they get the job done with these combinations. Now, let's start adding in some more buttons. Shooting. I like mine on center sip, right? It's the most easiest command to do. center sip and center puff because it's in the middle of the quad stick. And it does exactly what you do. It just shoots. Reloading, I like to put it on right center puff, which is X, I believe. Boom, there we go. And melee, right center sip. Pretty much hand in hand with shooting. Boom. Change weapons, I use right puff. And it's the hammer. Hammer of Dome. Okay. Switch anytime I want. I decided. What does the why holding you do? Okay, so to throw a grenade, I'm running out of room on my quad stick. So when holding Y, it normally drops your weapon. In the campaign, there's absolutely zero need to drop your weapon because you can always swap it with some other one. So I decided to put tapping it would switch weapons, but holding right puff will throw a grenade instead. And that's pretty straightforward. Tap to switch weapons, hold for grenade. Easy as that. Now crouch. Oh, you know what? I never really crouched in Halo. But anyway, to crouch, it's right sit. Now, I also put this on a tap. Or I think I did. Yeah, I put it on a tap. So if you tap it, it will be crouched. But if you hold it, it will scan the area. And it's pretty useful. If I ever need a gun and I'm running around, I was like, where's the gun? Where's the gun? I scan, and it would highlight stuff. I go in, swap the weapon. Easy as that. Boom. Really neat. It's not evasive. Now, the next thing. We're talking about... Okay, never mind. That's it. The next thing. How to aim the gun. Technically, the aiming the gun, aim down sight. Halo, it doesn't really have the generic ADS, but it does have a zoom in. I think that's what it's called. It's called zoom instead of ADS. So to do that, I use center puff soft. Now that's all fine and dandy. There's one issue with my profile when it comes to zoom, and it's not a big deal considering that it's not my playstyle, but it is noted that if you're using a sniper, if you zoom in, I need one for an example. Yeah, I should get an example one. Here we go. If you zoom in and you walk forward, it actually cancels you out of it. And the reason it cancels you out of it, it's a game mechanic. Once it registers you sprinting, which is on the same button as center puff, it cancels you out of any inside zoom you would be in. So it's pretty unfortunate. Luckily, if you're already aiming down sight, it doesn't affect the left, right, or back. Only affects forward. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's good that fact that if you get shot, you're going to get out of it faster. But it's bad that you can't stay in it if you want to creep forward. So there's that. No big deal. Alright, the next button is the hook shock. So there's two ways to actually use a grenade and the hook shock. You can use triple puff for equipment or triple sip for grenade. I don't do that. Triple sip and triple puff are great combinations, but I like efficiency. So, which is why I stick to holding the right puff for grenade. And in this case, to use the hook shock or grapple equipment, what have you, center sip soft is my fastest, most efficient way. And that's how I do the hook shot. Center sip soft. It's my favorite. Alright. I found an alien gun that charges. So this is where, so you can shoot with center sip. But I put a delay latch on the, or at least I think I put a toggle on it. No, I put a delay latch on the lip, and what it does, it just holds on to the right trigger. So on any other gun, it will just keep shooting forever. But on guns like this, it charges it. So my combination is to lip it, and when I'm ready, I do center sip, and I go back to lip. So it's like a 1-2 combo on the same button. Lip, center sip, lip, center sip. I also put force-offs on this to make sure things don't activate together. Sadly, I will shoot the gun, but I mean, it's your decision on it. So if I melee, it will cancel it, but it has to, or else it won't melee. Same thing with hookshot. I need to put a force-off on hookshot. So it hookshocks, and then it lets go. Yes, I know that you don't really need to do that, but it prevents mistakes. It's specifically for auto assault weapons. For the fact that is like you don't want to be shooting during your hookshot animation, or at least not after. You got to make sure it cancels. I'd rather waste some bullets than a whole clip. And that's it. Enjoy the gameplay from here. If you have any questions, sorry. This video should cover all of it. But yeah, have a good day, guys. See ya.
Eyes up. Reinforcements.
Little bitch. Run away, run away, run away. All right, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Hold up. Give me this. Yoink! Get the hell out of my ride. Ugh. Get off of this. Woo! I thought I died.
All hostiles eliminated.
You suck. Fuck you, Q. I may suck in the game, but you suck glizzies. So I'm okay with that.
Yeet. All right, nicely
That's the last of
done.
them.
Look at all these cool guns.
Is
Give me that.
anything? Don't answer that.